You have more options than you think you do. You have more options than you think you do. Growing up, they taught me to get a job, and they taught me to get good grades, go to a good college, get a good job, let the job take care of me, retire off the job. And that was the option that they gave me. But because of the amount of different jobs that was available, it felt like it was so many options. It's just like going to the grocery store and realizing that everything is made with the same ingredients, but just packaged by a different person. So it's a different option. But if you look outside the grocery store, if you look outside of what's been presented to you, you have more options. Even though they give you a limited amount of options that fit this criteria, once you open up your mind to what's outside of that. And I'm using money and jobs and basically how to support yourself as my example, but this can apply to anything that you feel limited in life. If you feel limited in your friends, if you feel limited in your relationships, if you feel limited, you have to be able to expand yourself and your mind to see other options. For me, the other option that I saw is entrepreneurship, sales, and creativity. There are people who get paid very well for their creative endeavors. There are people who are getting paid for their businesses, people who are getting paid to create products, or they're getting paid for their artistry. All of these different ways to be able to support themselves. And what we were taught was get good grades, go to a college, get a good job, let that job pay you, and then eventually retire off of that job. And the truth is that does work for some people, but it doesn't benefit everybody. I'm not neurotypical, I'm neurodivergent. So because I'm neurodivergent, imagine how neurotypicals feel about a job, and then make it times like 20. It's horrible. I despise 9-to-5 jobs, and I don't despise them only because of their lack of pay. I despise them because I have to change so much in order to fit into one. I have to just really edit myself in a way that makes me exhausted. It makes me exhausted when I have to, and I'm not talking about code switching. Professionalism is a thing. You do have to be professional to some degree. I'm talking about like me wanting to tell people just a random story that popped up in my head, and they're looking at me like this has absolutely nothing to do with anything, and I don't want to hear this. Please be quiet. And I'm just like, oh, I thought I was sharing. Because other people, I still kind of don't get that, how other people can share stories, but I guess it has something to do with what's going on at the moment. I don't get it. Anyway, the point is, I feel like I can't be my full self. I can't even be like close to myself. I have to basically create a character and then be her when I go into work. And it's like, some days I just want to be myself. And so it's better for me to be in sales because I'm a life insurance agent. So I don't have to put on this persona. I can just be myself and be truthful and sell my products. And I don't have to really worry about who's going to like me and who's not. The people who don't receive me well, yeah, they won't purchase from me, but they can't say that I'm not genuine. Maybe they didn't exactly understand me, or maybe they just didn't mesh well with me, but I was still genuine. And I just want to be able to do that across the board when it comes to everything in my life. So not having the option presented to me, I thought that it was something wrong with me. Like, oh my gosh, this 9-to-5 stuff is not working out. I still can't move out of my parents' house. I can't save. I keep borrowing money. Pay back debts, babes. I'm still pulling more debts. What? It's just that, one, it wasn't really made in a sustainable way for anybody who didn't have money for college. But two, because I'm neurodivergent, it's not going to benefit me in the same way it would benefit someone else. Someone else is going to be able to hold on for however many years to climb the corporate ladder to finally get the $100,000 a year, which is more like okay living at this point. But the point is, because neurotypicals can kind of stick with it longer, they can climb up the ladder, and I never climbed up anybody's ladder. I was just like, I do not like this job. And my solution every time I didn't like a job, go get another one. Just get another job. And it's like, now my solutions look so different because I've changed my mindset and I've opened my mindset. And because I've worked on trusting myself. One thing I can say is most of the things that I deal with, I have to trust myself. I have to trust myself to start and finish it. I have to trust myself to start, finish, and follow through. I have to make contact with people in order to tell them I'm a life insurance agent, in order to sell any of my products, or in order to collaborate with any content creators. I have to reach out, and then I have to follow through. If I don't hear back from them, I have to follow through. And then when I do hear back from them, I still have to follow through on actually doing the collaboration, setting up the meeting, selling the life insurance. I have to trust myself to do all those things. So I will say that I had to work on the trust that I had within myself, but I also had to work on just opening my possibilities. Like I've said before in a previous video, when you shut out every avenue other than the avenues that you feel it should come through, that's shutting down your manifestation. And it causes your manifestation to take longer to manifest, because if I told God, okay, I need $100,000, and I said, but I'm gonna get it through a 9-to-5. Why does that only have to come through a 9-to-5? Why can't it come through a trust? Why can't it come through a business opportunity that becomes $100,000 worth of money? Like, there are so many different ways that you can reach what you're trying to get to, but if you shut it down, or if you're not open to the possibility of more than what you just think about. I don't do affirmations as much anymore. I do, but I do affirmations. My affirmations are, okay. So, we're going to come up with the affirmation right now for when you listen to Kristen Teeb, and they do a lot of affirmation music. They're affirmation gods. So there's this affirmation that Teeb from Kristen Teeb uses whenever he feels doubt about his manifestations. I'm going to put that video in so that you can see that affirmation.
Remind yourself. I feel amazing, I'm great. I love myself, I feel amazing, I'm great. I love myself, I feel amazing, I'm great. All things work out so perfect. 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 All things work out so perfect.
So whenever you have any type of doubt when it comes to towards your manifestations, or you're having trouble seeing more possible ways to bring in your affirmation, that's when you have to really trust that God, Spirit, ancestors, universe is working on your behalf. Remember, our job is to align ourselves. And once you align yourself, then the universe, God, Spirit, ancestors can bring it to you. All you have to do is work on yourself. That way, everything will work out so perfect. I want y'all to have a fantastic day. Remember, it's up to y'all, no one else.